So what is today's date? 2081, 519 or 19th of Bhadra. This year is going to be finished. Remember, presentation is also going smoothly. So today, I think there is presentation from Tesla Group, right? So who are the presentators? Uh, okay, Susil made your means. Susil, you read the portion. You just explain only. No need to read thoroughly. Okay. Explanation means just what is the content. Let's say. What to do? That slide by slide. You will complete reading slide, and what is there? Just you say that much only. Don't read that once again. Hey. Okay. Without wasting time, let's welcome on the stage today's presenter from Tesla, Susil Chand and Anmol Adhikari. Please come. Then all now and just
no.
everybody pay attention. You have it? Did you complete? Please complete it later. No, down.
No, sir, it is already done and I want to open.
Yeah, it is. Then you just focus what they are saying.
Namaskar and very warm good morning to you all. It's me Sushil Chand from group Nicholas Tesla standing here to present about chapter 12 Universe. Life cycle of stars. Although stars are non-living things, they born, grow and die like a living being. It takes millions of years to form a star. That's why our lifespan is too short and to see and experience a star formation. We have studied that a nebula is a nursery of stars, a birthplace of stars due to the regular attraction of gravity on the particles and lumps of nebula. The matters collide together and temperature of the region increases. When the temperature reaches close to about 1 million centigrade, 8 into 10, 10 degree centigrade, it is called protostar or pre-star stage. The continuous oscillation of matter speeds up the rise in temperature. Then the temperature reaches 107 degrees Celsius. Nuclear fusion begins to change hydrogen into helium and a star is born. So life cycle of stars and stars. We all know that stars are not living things, but they born, they grow in a certain age and die like a human being, and it takes million of years to form a star. That's why our life is too short to see how the star is born or star is died. We have studied that nebula is the nursery of star. That means it is the smallest part of a star, and they are also known as birthplace of star due to regular attraction of gravity on the particles and lumps of nebula. Means that is regular attraction of gravity to the particle and lumps of nebula, the matter collide together and temperature of region increase. When the attraction of gravity is put on the nebula, the matter collide and begins to increase the temperature. When the temperature reaches about 1 million centigrade, that means 8 into 10 to the power, I think I'm not written, 10 to the power 5 centigrade. It is
1 million means 1 times 10 to the power 5. Okay, you wrote there.
1 time 10 to the power 5, and it is known as protostar or pre-star stage. The continuing constellation of matter speeds up in the temperature, and here the temperature rises in 107 degrees Celsius.
10 to the power 7.
7 or 6, sir?
10 to the power 7. Now, when it increases?
Oh, yes. When it increases, then it goes up to 10 to the power 7 degrees Celsius. Nuclear fusion begin to change hydrogen into helium, and a star is born. In a star, inward energy, gravity, and outward energy, nuclear energy, are equal, which maintains the fixed size of the star. The balance of inward and outward energy of a star is called delicate equilibrium. Here is the life cycle of star.
In a star, inward energy, gravity, which is also termed as gravity, and outward energy, nuclear energy, are equal, which maintains the fixed size of a star. The balance of inward and outer energies of a star is called delicate equilibrium. That means the balance of gravity and nuclear energy of a star is called as delicate equilibrium. And this is star nebula, the birthplace of star, or and it is changed into every star, and it is changed into red giant, that, like that planetary nebula, white dwarf, and it is changed into a massive star.
If the star has 10 times or more than 10 solar masses, it forms a red supergiant and leaves massive core after the expansion of the shell. The core has enough gravity to pull the surrounding matter toward it, increases the core temperature, and nuclear fusion restarts to change helium into other elements like carbon,
iron,
iron, even
Iron.
iron, even gold, and heavy metals like
platinum.
platinum. In this reaction, a tremendous amount of energy is released that causes explosion of the star called supernova. An exploding star may be nova also. A nova is formed when one of the less massive binary stars changes into white dwarf and pulls the matter of the neighboring star. In this situation, the nuclear fusion is triggered and it forms nova. Usually nothing of a star is left behind in its core after the supernova explosion, and the materials given out from a nebula. In a nebula, formation of a new star begins. Study new begins.
And here it is written that if a star have 10 times or more than 10 solar masses, then it forms a red giant star and leaves a massive core after the expansion of the cell. And it leaves the massive core after the expansion of the cell. The core have enough gravity to pull the surrounding matter towards it. That means that if the star have 10 times or more than 10 solar masses, it changes into red giant, and it have enough gravity to pull the surrounding materials. It increases the core temperature and nuclear fission, restart to change helium into other materials like uh, carbon, iron, gold, and heavy materials like platinum. In this reaction, tremendous amount of energy is released that causes explosion of the star is called supernova. That in this reaction, tremendous amount of energy is released, and it causes the expansion, which is expansion in the star, which is also known as supernova. An exploding star may be nova also. A nova is formed when one of the less massive binary stars changes into white dwarf and it pulls the matter of neighboring star. That means a nova is formed when the less massive binary star changes into white dwarf and it pulls the matter of neighboring stars. The fusion, in this fusion, the nuclear fusion is triggered and it's formed nova. Usually, that means nothing of each star is left behind in its core after the supernova explosion. Means no of the star is left behind its core. That means there is nothing in the core after the explosion of supernova, and the materials given out from a nebula. In a nebula, a formation of new star begins. From nebula, that formation of new star begins, and first step of star, and usually it grows up to massive star. Study the comparison of different stages of star with the different stages of human life given in the diagram. So this is protostar. Protostar means the birthplace or smallest first place of star, that is also of the star, and fetus means of human being, which is the birthplace of a human, and fusion integration main source. Main sequence means they are in the normal stage or the growing stage of star, and in human language it is known as infancy through adulthood. Adulthood, red giant, supergiant. It is a middle age, and it is termed as middle age in human language, and red giant, supergiant in a star language, and it is massive in it is the massive star of Tom as the star of red giant and supergiant. And white dwarf and black hole are the last stage of star, and it can be like expansion, and none of the core will be remain at last. And it is in human language it is known as old age death, and it means that it is also last stage of human beings that is going to finish.
International and national agencies involved in astronomy.
Okay, that you will do tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow or next period. So this one only they discuss, and then thank you very much. So I think we might have another work also. So next period as well, I will allow you to present. Okay, so that portion is a bit different than this one, isn't it? So Tesla, they have just made very lovely things. Here we have to remember, uh, like the living things, stars they also have got life cycle. They are formed, means they are born, and they don't grow, but their age passes, and later on they will die. There is death of star also. So after death, what do they form? We'll discuss in this chapter. So here we can see one chart is here. You can see here life cycle of star. We know nebula is the nursery of star, right? Stars are formed from nebula. So nebulae are very far away from us, and their mass is very big, and they also are formed in certain time only. First, gaseous cloud is formed, and from that, two type of stars are formed: either average star or massive star. Average star means its mass is equal to the mass of sun, or up to 5 times the mass of sun. These are average, right? Massive, 10 times, 100 times, 1000 times. Some stars are 1000 times bigger than the sun also in mass. Okay? When we talk about solar system, total solar systems 99% mass is present in sun, and 1% mass is present in planets, satellites, comets, etc. So how much mass is there? Just think it. Do you know the mass of Earth? Mass of Earth is 6 times 10 to the power 24 kg. How much? 6 times 10 to the power 24 kg. This is the mass of Sun. Sorry, Earth. Earth only. Mass of Sun is 2.1 times 10 to the power, oh, it became red, we can see. 2.1 times 10 to the power 30 kg. This is mass of Sun. Okay? So, such things we have to remember. And stars, they have got huge mass also. But there are different type of stars. Some stars, they have got less mass. Actually, the sun is regarded as medium-sized star. It is neither very big nor very small, because it depends upon how much mass is attracted by them. Accordingly, star is formed. So, when the star is average means equal to the mass of sun or up to 5 times mass of the sun, then what will happen? So, it will change into red giant. When does it change into red giant? When hydrogen present in the star finishes. When the hydrogen present in the star finishes, then no nuclear fusion reaction takes place. Earlier, we have discussed one chemical reaction or not. Could you remember this reaction? 1H1 plus 1H1, and here extremely or enormous temperature and pressure. What do you get? Here 1H2 plus E1 E0 plus energy. One long chain reaction was discussed or not? Right? This is nuclear fusion reaction. What do you call it? When nuclear fusion reaction takes place, so hydrogen changes into helium. and the amount of hydrogen present in star finishes. And later on, if its size is less than 10 solar mass, it changes into red giant. It becomes red in color, much bigger. And later on, it starts bulging out. Like when we blow the balloon, the size increases or not. So red giant's size also increases and burst. After bursting, it changes into white dwarf. Burst means this outermost part goes away, then white dwarf is produced. But if the star is very big in size, then it forms supergiant. Here is red giant. What does it produce? Super red giant. Too much bigger one, and it may burst. And from bursting, how many type of dead stars are produced? Two types. One, what is one? Neutron star. What is the next one? Black hole. So when you talk about white dwarf, neutron star, or black hole has the highest gravity, massive gravity. Because of more amount of gravity, it pulls everything towards it. Even light also cannot be produced by it. It pulls light also, other things also. That's why it is black in color, and we call it black hole. Neutron star. This is a dead star. The dead star is mainly made up of neutron. Neutron. Have you discussed neutron earlier? In the atom, there are three particles, right? Proton, electron, and neutron. So neutron star contains only neutrons. It is highly spinning one, rotating body full of what? Neutrons. And white dwarf, it does not twinkle. It seems white in color, but there is no nuclear fusion reaction. Nuclear fusion reaction takes place only in stars. They are luminous body, but white dwarf, neutron star, black hole, they are non-luminous body. They do not emit light. Okay, so these are the things to remember about white dwarf, neutron star, and black hole. So here you have to remember, when the star explodes, that is called supernova explosion. Dead star explodes. From there, two type of bodies are formed. When the dead star does not explode, if outside mass goes away, then white dwarf is produced. By explosion, neutron star and black hole. Without explosion, white dwarf is produced. All right. So protostar is not a star. One thing we have to remember. Sometimes what do they say? Give reason. Protostar is not a star. Why? Protostar is not a star because nuclear fusion reaction does not take place in it. It means there is no sufficient temperature for nuclear fusion reaction. Okay, so those international agencies will be discussed in next period. Tesla they will do, and after Tesla, who's one is there? Edison.
After white dwarf, it changes into black dwarf.
Yes, that white dwarf is this white in color, and finally it's that color also disappears and becomes black, smaller one, with less gravity. Is it okay? So children, now take out your book and read once again and start making your notes. Is that clear? So if you are making notes, first you are reading thoroughly, then only writing. Don't cite up unnecessarily, and by the time I will check the copy also. Okay? Yes.